Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Berry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Let's take a look at the numbers for James Harden.
Over the past 5 games, his assist totals have been slipping. He and his teammates just don't seem to be clicking right now. Hopefully that's something he can correct tonight.
Before we get going here, we have time for a pregame courtside report. Allie LaForce, it's all yours.
Unfortunately, with the pandemic striking last season, the league was forced to play games with no fans in attendance. Broadcasters experimenting with simulated crowds to enhance the viewing experience as well. Guys, I don't know about you, but it is certainly a relief to once again feel the energy of these real-life fans.
Oh, absolutely, Allie. Absolutely. And due to injuries, Brett, some guys will have to step into different roles. Talk about the mindset of going from reserve to starter.
Big difference, BA, in somebody who's been around the NBA as a veteran that understands you step in and don't try to do anything you're not capable of doing, versus the mindset of a younger player who feels like, oh, my time is now, I've got to do these things. So the way these teams are constructed, leaning on the veteran guys sometimes give you a little bit more stability.
And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, we've got Jeff Green, James Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan, and it's Durant in at the 3, small forward. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton are the backcourt tandem. Then there's Okoro, then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Nance in at the 4 spot.
Just an all-star level talent. I mean, stopping Harden from scoring is almost an impossible task at times.
His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Inside. Ooh, stolen by Harden. Fast break, Brooklyn. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom, because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie, terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Pass to Sexton. Drummond up top. Here's Okoro. Now Sexton. Clock at 4. And he banks in the layup.
Again, more and more of these pick and rolls help Sexton settle into the pace of play.
Here's Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game.
And you know, BA, the biggest asset for Colin Sexton is his speed. He can absolutely blow by defenders in transition. His first step, man, it lets him get by those defenders in the half-court sets as well.
Harden, the pass to Jordan, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Harden.
That's tough, because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. And you know, Grant, with Sexton, when he gets it going, he can be a blur on the court.
A blur indeed. I mean, he really has speed and knows how to take advantage of it. He likes to press the defense in transition at all times. And a lot of his baskets can come from just speed alone.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Here's Okoro, guarded by Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Garland. 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Brooklyn. Pass to Irving. Shoots from 14. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Here's Okoro. Back to Nance. Oh,
display. What a block there.
Here's Garland. Here's Drummond. Oh, sir! Oh, my!
Throw that one up top. What a play. Oh, my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Harden against Sexton. Harden, the pass to Green. Back to Harden. The kick to Durant. Lays it up and banks it in.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Drummond, high post. Harden against Sexton. Softly drops in the floater. Sexton's got his second basket of the game.
Sexton getting right through the defense and putting that speed to work.
Jordan, high post. Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Pass to Okuro. Drummond with the ball. Dance outside. Fires the 3. Drummond. It's good on the putback.
This is the exact energy you like to see from Drummond. He can be a monster on the offensive glass.
Here's Irving. Missed inside. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Nets. They lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. In the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Grant, you had an excellent mid-range jumper. Who right now stands out in that area?
Wow. You know, in this era of the three-point ball, there's still some players that excel in the mid-range. And it just so happens they're elite all-star caliber players. You know, I think of Kevin Durant, Chris Paul is another. Jimmy Butler excels in the mid-range. But the guy, to me, is the best in the mid-range in today's game is Kawhi Leonard. He can go get a bucket, elevate, use his size, his strength, his touch, and he really excels in that area. And so it's refreshing to see, and it's interesting that really good players in this league are the ones that excel there.
JaVale McGee out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Jetty Osman, and it's Windler in at the 1. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Kevin Love is a great advocate for mental health and well-being, and there's been a need for that with the trauma of last season. He said, quote, "Life can hit you hard. I think the worst thing that can happen from this time is if we come out of it unchanged." Guys, he's trying to effect that positive change for those in need.
I like that. Great stuff there, Allie. Thank you. That's good from Durant on the assist by Harris.
Deadly. From every spot on the court, Durant is both prolific and relentless.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now here's Allen. Coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Good work there as it goes.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Back to Brown. Pass to Durant. There's the drive. And it's Durant with the finish.
And using all of his 7'5" wingspan, Durant turns backwards.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Windler. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Here's Osman. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Nets have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Jordan high post. Outside, Brown. Jordan, pass to Durant.
Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Windler, pounded by Harris. Pass to Osman from deep. Rebound Brooklyn. Jordan's got 5 rebounds in the game. Brown with it, picked up by Allen. Here's Luau Cabarro. Left side Durant. Hauled in by McGee.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Windler. Brown with the steal. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Cavaliers. 43 seconds left to play in the half. Back to Garland. Here's Prince, coming off a terrific game against Brooklyn. And here's Garland to the paint. Here's Allen, a hand on it.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back. Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Sexton misses.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Drops in the three.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
And that concludes the first half. It's the Nets. They're up by 6. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. They settled into a nice groove in the second quarter. It's now a 6-point lead, and they only need to keep it going in the third. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they've been great at creating good shots on a consistent basis. It's that simple. You win the game by easier baskets than your opponent. They've been doing that, and a good ball movement, good player movement, and good body movement is the big reason.
And Shaq, what do you have to say about the Cavaliers?
Well, they need to turn the heat up on D. Too often we saw them back on the hill, not dictating the pace. They allow the shooting percentage in the high 50s. Remind me of my free throw percentage, the high 50s. Come on, guys.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The Cavs trailing. On the floor for the Nets. Kyrie Irving out there with James Harden. Then it's Green. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Jordan in at the center position. Well, the Nets shooting has been great. 57% and finding ways to score consistently. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line. A chance at a three-point play.
Kyrie exceptional at taking the hit and then somehow creating a release angle towards the rim.
You know, the three-pointer increasing in prominence in recent years. Grant, you averaged less than one long-range attempt per game for your career. So what made you look to attack inside the arc more?
Yeah, B.A., it really is about the evolution of the game. Early in my career in the mid-'90s, it was all about getting a high percentage shot, getting to the rim, posting up, the mid-range game. But as the game has changed and evolved, now it's more about the three-point shot. At the end of my career, that's when I started to shoot more three-pointers as the game was evolving.
Now here's Durant. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Irving. That one goes in. Irving's got 7 points.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside Sexton. Here's Okoro, guarded by Durant. Sexton passes to Drummond. Clock at 6. Here's Nance. And Drummond with the jam.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanted to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. That's good from Durant on the assist by Irving. Give him 8 points now.
It's just lethal. Once Kevin Durant gets into that spot, he can rise up, and it's pretty much going to go in.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. You know, one area where Andre Drummond has improved is at the free throw line.
Check this out, B.A. In his first 5 years in the league, he shot below 40% from the free throw line. The last handful of seasons, over 50%. Now, that's cut down a little bit on the hack-a-shack strategy from opposing teams.
And that one falls for Drummond. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. And it was one of the most iconic moments in NBA history. Brent, how'd you react when the NBA halted play due to COVID-19?
Yeah, it's something I'll never forget, B.A. Obviously, the league suspending play. But for a lot of us, I think on the human side of things, it was a realization of what it was that our country was not only going through, but needed to be prepared for the next couple of months.
First free throw is good.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Nance outside. Driving to the basket. Pass to Okoro. Hey, puts up a 3. The shot no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Now here's Irving, guarded by Garland. Now here's Irving. He's covered closely, and the shot goes. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
They're really working the paint now.
Now here's Garland. He's guarded by Irving. Garland, no good. The Nets have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Now here's Harden. The D's right on him. And he makes it on the layup. Harden's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Pass to Drummond. Now here's Garland. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Both teams will make substitutions. And Cleveland's shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Outside Garland. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Grant, Darius Garland, a young scoring guard. This team thinks he can be a fantastic shooter.
You know, he does a great job of getting his shoulder square to the hoop, even while on the move. I mean, he could be a deadly outside shooter in a very short time.
Pretty exciting, the potential of Darius Garland. If he finds an offense that he can operate in and continue to be efficient, he's a guy that's going to keep improving.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Allen. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, the defense slow to react to Garland's play on that possession there. Instinctive to do whatever it takes to get to the foul line.
And the first one at the line is good. Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Hits both from the stripe. The Nets have gotten all 6 of their shots to fall. Talk about a perfect start to the half. Here's Irving. Around the back and lays it in. Nice. Irving's got 11 points here in the second half.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And it's Garland on the drive. Sweet little floater.
Pretty silky smooth floater from Garland that time.
Irving with it. With 2 seconds left. And it's good on the lay-in. Irving's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Nets, up by 15. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Okuro is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Jared Allen, and it's Prince in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 from Cleveland right now. Back to Irving. Green with a screen on Sexton. Irving. And the layup is good off the glass.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Over to the wing. Pass to Nance. Takes a 3. Cleveland gets it back. And Allen gets it to go.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Here's Harden. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Nets lead by 17.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Cleveland calls timeout. Well, Grant, in 1992, you were involved in one of the greatest basketball plays in college history. Still remember it so well. What do you think about when you remember that play?
Well, B.A., it really was an incredible moment in an incredible game. I think the first thing that comes to mind was how bad of a haircut I had. I mean, man, what was I thinking? I was only 19. But it shows and it pays to not be too trendy when you're young. But all seriousness, no, it's just remarkable. We were so in the moment. We were trying to win against a great Kentucky team. I had the easy part, making the pass. Christian had to catch, gather, and score, and he did. And 30 years later, people still talk about it. And so I'm just so grateful to have been a part of something so magical and so special.
You guys practice that play?
Never. Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Outside Harden. And there it is for him.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Over to the left wing. Back to Garland. To the wing, right side. Here's Okoro. 6 to shoot. Durant pulls it in.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And that's just precision personified from Harden beyond the arc. I mean, he looks so comfortable shooting from out there.
On the wing, Sexton. Back to Nance. Outside Garland. To the wing on the left. Outside Sexton.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Garland with the ball. Harden picks him up. Back to Sexton. Can they get it? And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in the game.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
Pass to Nance. Outside Garland. Sexton against Harden. Here's Okoro. Oh, from deep. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. For 3, here's Harris. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And here's Drummond. Back to Garland. Left side, Sexton. Drummond to screen on Harris. And stolen by Irving. Banked it in off the glass.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
So we see the Nets taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Kyrie, your offensive creativity is second to none. Talk about how you can integrate that into a team system.
It starts in our practice. It starts with our practice habits, getting our swing action, practice with a purpose. You know, whether it's shoot-arounds or walkthroughs, just starting to show progress right there and just getting back to what we know, and that's execution both ends of the floor and trusting one another.
The more you feel comfortable with this team and your teammates, the better the team will be, no doubt. Thanks, Kyrie.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.